The scholar Shaqiq Al-Balqi, a wise and insightful figure from the early generations of Islamic thought, once shared a profound reflection on why the doors of success are often closed in a person's life. While his observations were rooted in spiritual tradition, the wisdom he offered is universal and timeless. It speaks to the human condition, regardless of belief system, and outlines 6 behavioral patterns that block progress and fulfillment in life. Here are the 6 key reasons, according to Shaqiq Al-Balqi, that may be standing between a person and the success they are seeking, reframed in a general and practical context. Being attached to the blessing, not appreciating the source. One of the most common traps people fall into is becoming overly consumed by their achievements, possessions, or relationships. Whether it's wealth, status, a beautiful home, or a successful career, people often get so absorbed in enjoying these things that they forget to reflect on how they got there, or, more importantly, why. Instead of using their resources to create positive impact or to grow personally, many people simply become caretakers of their own comfort. They protect their lifestyle, worry about losing it, and invest all their time maintaining it, without gratitude or deeper purpose. The problem is not the blessing itself, but the obsession with it. When we use what we have with appreciation and intention, success tends to multiply. But when we hoard, idolize, or cling too tightly to it, growth stops. Collecting knowledge without action. We live in an age of information overload. Books, podcasts, seminars, and courses are more accessible than ever. Yet many people keep absorbing new knowledge without actually doing anything with it. They attend workshops, read self-help books, and take notes, but real change in their lives never happens. Shaqiq Al-Balqi warned against this passive approach to learning. Knowledge is only valuable when it's applied. You can have all the right ideas in your head, but if your behavior and habits don't change, then it becomes empty intellectual entertainment. If you're not taking action based on what you've learned, you may be one of the many who mistake awareness for transformation. Delaying change and rushing into mistakes. There's a strange contradiction in human behavior. Many of us rush into harmful decisions without much thought, but delay the important steps that could improve our lives. Whether it's staying in toxic relationships, skipping healthy routines, or indulging in destructive habits, we often act impulsively when we should be cautious. At the same time, when it comes to starting new habits, fixing our mistakes, or making meaningful change, we procrastinate. We say, "I'll start next month, after I finish this project," or when life gets easier. The longer we wait, the harder it becomes. Success often requires the opposite: slow down before making mistakes, and move quickly when it comes to growth and improvement. Bragging about who you know without learning from them. In today's social media-driven world, it's common for people to showcase who they know, who they've met, or who they're associated with. They post pictures with successful individuals, influencers, and mentors as a way of boosting their own image. But Shaqiq Al-Balqi reminded us that just knowing great people means nothing if you're not learning from them. Real benefit comes not from proximity, but from practice. It's not about having a mentor's number in your phone. It's about reflecting their values in your own actions. If you admire someone's discipline, kindness, or principles, then the true way to honor them is by living in a way that reflects those qualities. Chasing after worldly goals without ever feeling satisfied. There's a story about a group of men who saw a beautiful woman and all began to chase after her. Each of them ran until they collapsed from exhaustion, never reaching her. At the end, she turned and said, "I am the material world. You will never catch me." This parable reflects the deep truth that many people spend their lives chasing success, wealth, or recognition, but no matter how much they get, it's never enough. The desire for more becomes endless. There's always a higher salary, a better house, or a more luxurious lifestyle to pursue. Shaqiq's message here is clear. Without a sense of contentment, the chase will never end. Fulfillment doesn't come from getting everything you want. It comes from appreciating what you already have and setting goals with purpose, not obsession. Avoiding thoughts of the future while time moves forward. Finally, one of the most dangerous habits is avoiding the reality that life is short and time is passing. People often don't like to talk about mortality or the limits of life. They avoid conversations about aging, death, or the bigger picture, thinking it's morbid or depressing. But in truth, remembering our limited time is what gives life meaning. It helps us prioritize what matters, stop wasting time, and live with urgency. Every day is a step closer to our end, and when we ignore that, we tend to drift without purpose. Shaqiq Al-Balqi's final reminder is that the future is coming whether we prepare for it or not. The question is, will you face it with intention or keep running from it until it's too late? The insights of Shaqiq Al-Balqi offer a mirror to anyone seeking growth and success. They remind us that success is not just about what we pursue, but how we live. Gratitude, action, self-awareness, humility, and purpose are not just moral values. They are also the pathways to meaningful success in any field. May we all reflect on these 6 barriers and begin the process of unlocking the doors we may have unknowingly closed ourselves. If this message gave you something to think about, don't forget to like, subscribe, and share it with someone who needs to hear it. Your support helps more people benefit from this kind of wisdom.